the athlete and the spectator, each individuals and each part of a larger group. Together, they won and lost, missed and scored, triumphed and failed. Together, they witnessed the Philadelphia Adams 1974 season of great moments in soccer. In the Adams' second year of existence, the North American Soccer League's 1974 season was no time to slack off from the championship winning formula of hard work and teamwork. Only by now, everyone else in the NASL was wise to their secret for success. For the most part, the men were the same, with one key exception. Roy Evans of Liverpool, an English First Division player, was unable to compete in the States in '74. He was replaced by college all-star Tom Galati from St. Louis.
You want a man on the post? Take it easy when you give it to me.
Galati was part of a powerful and cohesive defensive unit.
I watched him develop as a rookie trialist, really, to a first-team player and to one of the outstanding defenders in the league.
Galati was a top American defender, and as such, he played a key role in the Adams program to Americanize soccer in the NASL.
Get him, get him!
The spirit of champions was still there at the Adams 1974 home opener. They gave more than 24,000 fans a vision of excellence in a game against the newly formed Denver Dynamos. It was the Adams' second league attendance record in 2 years. Excellence in sport is often a measure of an individual player's ability to overcome or outwit a wily opponent. The Denver game was clearly an example where several individuals united in teamwork to break a difficult opposing force. Jim Fryatt's goal was the result. Fryatt, who was marked tightly all night by the Denver defenders, finally received the pass he'd been looking for and put the ball in the back of the net. Fryatt and his scoring partner Andy Proven were being overplayed by the Denver defense. Fryatt particularly was the target. Soccer is a game of physical skill. Part of the strategy of the game is to overpower opponents in the struggle for possession of the ball. The more skilled a player is, the more of a target he becomes for that strategy. Denver was fired up this night to beat the chance. It was a scene to be repeated many times through the 1974 season. The taste of victory against Denver dissipated quickly as the Adams prepared for their next contest. This would be a key psychological test, more than a game of skill. Their adversaries were the Dallas Tornado Soccer Club, the team they had defeated in the championship game just 9 months earlier to the day. The combination of traveling and facing those Dallas crowds, and this time a team that had learned the Adams formula for success, had everyone more than a little uptight. Texas Stadium had been the site of moments of great glory. No one could erase the memory of Adams players, championship cup raised high in triumph, running over the Dallas turf. Winners in their first season, a glorious moment forever engraved in the minds of every player. But this was different. This confrontation had more the smell of blood about it. The Tornado team wanted revenge for their humiliating defeat before a home crowd the previous season. There's an old expression in this part of Texas. If you don't like the weather, just stick around a couple of minutes and it'll change. And it did. It rained, and then it hailed.
Bob, don't worry about that, son. Don't worry about that now. Go on.
And so they stopped the game, but when the players came back on the field, the turf had turned into a lake, and the game they played looked more like water polo than soccer. The rain-soaked field made skillful soccer almost impossible. And so it was just a routine shot from only a few yards beyond the net that Bob Rigby had to catch in the first half. His hands went up, and as they did, he was already looking for a teammate to pass the ball to. But the soaking ball slipped through his fingers and into the net. Rigby had made a significant error, and he knew it. He had turned down suggestions at the start of the game to put on gloves.
It was just first goal. It was just a total lack of concentration. I think. You know, when it's wet, you got to just be triple careful. And I saw the ball coming. It was an easy ball, you know, and kind of tend not to concentrate on it. And I was looking up to see where I was going to put the ball as soon as I had it. And by the time I looked, it was through my hands, hit my head, and went in the goal.
What's the difference, do you think, between this game and the one in August of last year?
Well, the rain and me right now. You know, it's two mistakes I made in the rain.
The rain helped Dallas gain a second goal. In the second half, Dallas's Al Jackson kicked a long ball from near the halfway line. It landed right in front of Rigby, but instead of bouncing, it hydroplaned its way into the net. The Adams were becoming disgusted. Two clear mistakes and bad weather had made a difference in this game. The Adams did score in Dallas. Midfielder George O'Neill hit a cross in front of the goal, and with a strong challenge from Adams offender Billy Straub, the soaking soccer ball dripped into the Dallas goal. But still, they couldn't get the equalizer. Bob Rigby knew as he nervously glanced at the Texas Stadium clock that there wasn't enough time for the Adams to catch up. When it was all over, Dallas players congratulated each other as conquering heroes.
Hey, we should have been singing that last year.
Glad Bobby Rigby's human anyway.
Good old Philadelphia, we love you. Hey, especially when we beat you. Hey.
Dallas team co-owner Lamar Hunt congratulated his team.
That was great. Congratulations.
We needed to pull ourselves out of that one, didn't we?
And Dallas forward Kyle Rote Jr. took credit for keeping Adams' key defender, Chris Dunleavy, busy while his teammates scored goals.
Chris was still, you know, going man-to-man on me, and rather than staying in the middle of the field as much as I did in the championship game, I felt it'd be better to go out to the wings and take him out of the middle, because he's super in the middle.
The Philadelphia locker room was stunningly quiet by contrast.
I think, you know, I'd never make those mistakes again.
Despite the Dallas loss, the